Vikings and Chargers square off for just the 14th time since 1970. LA looks to even the series at 7 wins apiece. It's Week 10, and it's next.
From the future home of Super Bowl 56, there's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Chargers. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The first carry down for Dalvin Cook. And right away, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Charger offense ready for their first possession.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get...
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities.
It got his man complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0.
Chargers, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he returns this to the 22. The Chargers getting set to go. The 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team. So I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. They'll run with a former Viking, Cordero Patterson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Here's Patterson. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The numbers for him from a week ago, 12 carries, 54 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Now it's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And 21 yards there as they convert on third.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Herbert. Flush to his right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
A gain of 7 that time, 2nd goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
2nd down and goal. Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now the Minnesota offense sent to take over again. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't?
Blitz coming and down he goes. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. Here's Jordan Berry now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Will go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. For Justin Herbert, we saw the big arm in his days at Oregon, of course. Saw it even more in his rookie season with the Chargers. And if anything, it appears to just continue to get stronger. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go
into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
You're looking there, the defensive back is maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Handoff comes to Cook. Oh, what a juke into space. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That good for 19 and a first down.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. 2nd in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards. And that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just so quick. And what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
Yeah, this was just really well done on 3rd down because he doesn't have a lot of time to analyze things. He's got to make a snap decision and go. And his decision there, right on. He rocketed in and made the play.
And the next-gen stats show us the top speed there, better than 18 miles an hour. Lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before it goes. I'll go from one personality to another one in Orlando. The coach, he'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him.
Touchdown! That's caught. Keenan Allen with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
It's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense back on the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. He's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run the ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25 to Will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot him. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blemish, but when you've thrown 3 touchdown passes to try and erase it, that's a little bit better than the ratio that all NFL coaches are seeking from their quarterbacks, and he's giving it to them.
They'll take the 3-1
every single time.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone.
And this is caught inside the 5. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Herbert. Steps away to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. A final shot before the break for Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. We have hit. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gudden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because
he's got him in, complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass, going for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from the 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And the defense bit hard there. They were thinking run all the way, play fake, working to perfection on 4th down.
And it was able to work because of the down and distance situation. 4th and short, you've got to respect the run. You show a little play action. Oftentimes you find people open for what you need, and that's exactly what they got done there.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Flush to his right. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Trey McKinney with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
Yeah, man, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that, but as soon as you curl it around the finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here, 3rd and long. Now Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Once more, they turn to Patterson, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Play action this time for Justin Herbert, eluding the pressure right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They snap it to Herbert. And Allen's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen from 8 yards out. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it now, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you? Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working out of the gun, Cousins. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. D.D. Westbrook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert escaping the pressure right. Going deep here for Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Herbert. And that will be incomplete as well.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
On 4th down, Herbert. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. A pass there, complete to Westbrook. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
There he goes inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
3rd and long for Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. A good pick up there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. To throw again on second down. Herbert buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On third down, this is Jackson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on fourth down. Let's see what's in store here. Herbert now. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Ross on the return. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game.
And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
No let up in this pass.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed. And we'll get a review.
After reviewing the play, ruling on the field stands.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. They're going to pass here with Herbert. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
First and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen there to make the grab. And the Chargers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.